Good morning, children. Sairam. So you would have all been missing computer science subject, right? So from today we are going to start with computer science classes online. Are you ready, children? Yes. So how many of you know what is a computer? So everybody know what is a computer, right? So let us see the definition of a computer. So computer is an electronic device that accepts data and instructions, processes it and gives the desired output. So what is a computer, children? A computer is an electronic device that accepts data and instructions, processes it and gives the desired output. So to understand in a much better way, so let me tell you how the computer works. Suppose if I am the user, I am using a computer, I am giving the computer an instruction to do something, right? So what does a computer do? It accepts my data, instructions given to the computer, right? So whatever data I am giving to the computer, it is processing. That is, whatever instructions I tell the computer to do, it is doing and it is giving me the desired output. Yes? So the work of the computer is to accept data or instructions given to the computer by the user and it processes the data. That is, it is processing the data and it is giving the desired output that is expected by the user. So this is the work of a computer. Okay, so let me repeat the definition of a computer. A computer is an electronic device that accepts data and instructions, processes it and gives the desired output. Okay, so in today's chapter we are going to see software and its types, right? You would have heard this word software everywhere, right? But you would have not understood what is software. So in today's chapter we will see what is a software and what are the types of software. Okay, so let me tell you the major components of a computer. Okay, the computer is just a combination of hardware and software. What is the hardware and what is the software? So let me tell you what is the hardware and what is the software. So this is the hardware. So can you see the picture inside? So let me show it to you clearly. So hardware is nothing but it is the combination of the physical components of a computer. Hardware is a combination of physical components of a computer. So hardware has circuits, chips, wires, speakers, plugs and stuff. So what does the hardware have? Circuits, chips, wires, speakers, plugs and stuff. So this is called the hardware. Hardware is a combination of physical components of a computer. So let me repeat. Hardware consists of the physical components of a computer. So did you understand what is the hardware? So first of all, computer is an electronic device that accepts data and instructions, processes it and gives us the desired output. A computer is a combination of hardware and software. So what is a hardware? Hardware is a physical components of a computer. So let us know what is a software. So software is a collection of programs that tell the computer to perform operations like input, processing and output. Okay, software is a collection of programs that tells the computer to perform operations like input, processing and output. So let us imagine like this. Suppose you are a student now, right? So you are like a computer. Okay, imagine yourself as a computer. So I am the software which is telling you to do all the work, right? I instruct you to do your math sums, do your computer assignments, learn well. I am telling you all the instructions to learn, write and behave well. So I am the software and you are the computer. Okay, so imagine that I am telling you everything to do and you do it right. So whatever instructions I give you is a program. So this is how the computer works. Okay, so software is a collection of programs that tell the computer to perform actions like input, processing and output. So can you see the picture of software? So these are the various softwares. So it can be apps, it can be games, it can be websites, maps and creative apps and analyzing software also. So did you understand what is a software? It is a collection of programs that tells you to perform operations like input, processing and output. So let me tell you what is a program. As I told you, computer is just a machine. Okay, it does not have any intelligence of its own. Like a computer is simply like a car without a driver. Okay, so without a car, without a driver, can the car move? Is it possible, children? No. So without the driver, a car cannot move. Likewise, without giving any instructions to the computer cannot perform anything on its own. So we need some instructions to be given, right? So that instructions are called as a program. Okay, so likewise in the army, the major gives the command to march or to stay still. Like that only, here programs are the instructions given to the computer to perform any operation. Okay, so software can be classified as two types. So they are system software and application software. So software can be classified as two types. They are system software and application software. So in this session we will see what is system software, and in the next session we will see what is an application software. Okay, so let us see what is a system software. So system software is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and the internal working of the computer system. So system software, the word itself says that it is going to deal with the internal working of the computer system. That is, this is the basic software that is used. Okay, it just contains a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and the internal working of a system. Okay, so let me repeat the definition for a system software. It is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operations and the internal working of the computer system. So as I told you, the word system itself says that this software is going to deal with the major and the internal working of the computer system. So this is like the brain. Okay, it deals only with the internal working and it manipulates all the internal working of the system. Okay, so for example, let us take operating system. What is an operating system? Any idea? No idea. Okay, so let me tell you what is an operating system. So before that, let us see the examples of system software. The first example is an operating system. So here we have the different examples of system software, right? So Windows 10, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Linux. So these are a few OS that is available in the market now. Okay, so here we have a few system software examples, that is Windows 10, Mac OS, Ubuntu and Linux. So these are the very common used operating systems that are available in the market. Okay, so let me say what is an operating system. Okay, so how many of you use computers at home? How many of you? Okay, most probably all of you do, right? So I want to listen music, I want to browse Google, I want to chat with my friends. So can I do all these things simultaneously at the same time? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So doing a number of work at the same time is called multitasking. Okay, so I want to hear music, I want to browse the internet, as well as I want to chat with my friends. So how does a computer organize all these three tasks at the same time? Who tells the computer to do all these things at the same time? And who guides what should be done at that moment? Yes, it is the operating system that controls everything here. Okay, so how do programs get on the computer and how can the CPU run them at once? So this is due to the operating system. The operating system tells what action or what task to be performed first and which particular unit has to work and which particular unit has to assign the task to all the other input and output devices. So it acts like a major, commanding and instructing all the soldiers in the battlefield. Okay, so let me tell you in simple words. This is the master program that manages how software uses the hardware of the computer. So can you understand now? The operating system is a master program that manages how software uses the hardware of a computer. Okay, so let me see what is the hardware that is used here. CPU, memory, input, output. Yes, so these are the various hardware units that are used to perform browser, chatting, music and games at the same time. So it is the work of an operating system to control the hardware to perform the software tasks. Okay children, did you understand? Okay, so let me give you an example of OS. So all of you may be using smartphones now. You would have all known that Android OS is an operating system. So whatever phone you have, Android is the operating system that is used nowadays. So in certain phones we can have Windows OS, that is Windows operating system, and in Apple iPhones we have iOS, and next we have an old operating system, that is Linux operating systems. So these are the examples of OS. So repeat it after me: Android OS, Windows OS, iOS, and Linux OS. So these are the examples of operating system. Now, the overall system coordinates the overall activities of the computer. So let me repeat. The operating system coordinates the overall activities of the computer. So as I told you, it is coordinating the overall activities of the computer. And next we have the operating system is used to run other softwares like MS Word, music player, games, browsers, etc. So the operating system is used to run other softwares like MS Word, music player, games, browser, etc. Now let us come to the functions of the operating system, that is, what is the operating system doing? So we have 6 functions of the operating system. So let me repeat it after me: device management, memory management, processor management, file management, runs software, and security. So let me repeat: device management, memory management, processor management, runs software, file management, and security. So let me tell you what is a device management. Now, can you see an operating system in the middle in the picture? Yes. So what are the devices that are connected to the operating system? So we have a software, we have a monitor, a printer, mouse, keyboard, and a hard disk, right? So the operating system controls the working of all input and output devices. Okay? So device management is nothing but the operating system controls the working of all input and output devices. Okay? It acts like a brain which controls the working of all the input and the output devices. Okay? So next we have memory management. What is memory, children? So now I am going to tell you. Okay, add 2 plus 3. Okay, so first the CPU will tell the memory unit to store 2 and 3 as the values in the register, that is the memory location. And next the CPU will assign the arithmetic and logical unit to perform this operation, that is 2 plus 3. Now it processes the data and gives the answer as 5. Now this 5 is again going to store in the memory location, and from the memory location it is just displayed on the monitor. Okay, so this is the basic thing that a CPU does. Like that, an operating system also manages the memory very efficiently. So what it does, it assigns memory to various programs whenever required. It also frees the memory when not in use. Okay, so it assigns memory to various programs whenever required, and it also frees the memories when not in use. So it manages memory very efficiently so that you will have a proper functioning of the device. Okay, so next we have runs software. Now any program can be complete only when it is processed, right? I tell you an instruction. Okay, suppose let me have an example like this. I tell you to do a homework. So when will that instruction be completed? When you finish the homework and take a picture and show it to me, right? So likewise, when the software tells you, when the user tells you to perform an operation, suppose it gives you an instruction, only the instruction will only be complete when it is performed, right? Likewise, the operating system runs the application software like Paint, MS Word, PowerPoint, etc. That is, it is performing all the operations properly with the help of OS. Okay. What is a processor management? It manages the work of the processor by allocating various jobs to it. So the processor management controls that all the parts of the computer is being used by allocating different jobs to it. Okay, so the OS takes care of managing the processor by allocating various jobs to it. And next we have file management. So file management is nothing but keeping a track of information regarding creation, deletion, transfer copy and storage of file in an organized way. So always it is very difficult to handle files, right? So the OS handles the files properly, that is, it keeps track of information regarding the new files created and the old files being deleted and transferring one file to another place and storing the files in a proper and organized way. So the OS handles the file management properly in a system. Okay, so next we have security. So security is nothing but it is protecting our documents and protecting our files from being misused. Okay, it provides security by means of passwords to prevent misuse of a computer. Okay, so somebody can misuse our data which we have stored in the computer. So the OS protects the files from being misused. How it is protecting? It is authenticating by using passwords. Okay children, so did you understand this lesson? Okay, so it's nothing but it's all about computers. What is the program, what is the software, and how is software being classified, and what is system software, and what are the different functions of system software. So this is what we have seen in today's session, and in the next session we will be dealing with what is utility software and what is application software. Okay children, so revise completely whatever has been taught. Just write and see and try to visualize things. Computer is nothing but it is all about visualizing and creating innovative things. It's not about mugging everything or by-hearting everything. Okay children, so stay safe, revise everything, make the best use of the time available. Okay children, thank you.